Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Labyrinth Refrain, Coven of Dusk. So, let's see what happens when I just continue off of the clear data. Should be this one. Do you want to go to the ruins of Tanis? Sure. Lunar year 37 to 14, destroyed caravan.
Oh no, did I screw up? I think I screwed up. I don't have enough magic either. I guess this is the end. Damn it.
Masaluka senses the presence of a soul swirling inside her mother's pendant.
Huh? Tracty?
Trakti's soul left the Tractatus demonstrum and entered Masaluka's pendant.
You came back!
Even has a little face on it now.
I was worried sick about you. But if you're back, that means you were able to save the past. I am so relieved.
Masaluka senses a presence just outside the dilapidated caravan.
Shh. Must have been my imagination. Within this ward, nothing should be able to detect me. Oh, that's right. So in case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of enemy territory. I encountered some resistance, so I had no choice but to ram my caravan straight through. But something terrible was still chasing me, so I put up this ward to conceal myself. I think it worked. Now I can finally take a breather. One of the other witches was supposed to lead an attack from this floor, but maybe she's already relocated to another floor. Anyway, I'm so glad you're back, Tracty. Really, you don't know how happy I am. Now, Tracty, I have another request I must ask of you. The savior of the past. You and your brigade were able to defy fate and change history, and so, I must turn to you once again. This world, Tanis, is on the verge of destruction, and it's all because of Velkavrana. This country has been completely destroyed. Countless innocents have died, and many of my allies have fallen. I don't even know how many survivors are left in this world. We should have been willing to sacrifice everything to defeat Velkavrana before it reached maturity. We should have done what you did. But we were naive. We tried to fight it with as few sacrifices as possible. But in the end, we lost. Everything. Now Velkavrana has fully matured, and amassed so much power that no one can hope to defeat it. But if we were to seal it away, then it might be possible to defeat it. By sealing Velkavrana, we can buy ourselves some time. Whether it's 1,000 years, or 100 years, as long as we buy ourselves some time to study it, I'm sure we can eventually defeat it. That's why I'm not ready to give up. Not while there's still a chance. In order to seal it, we need to stop Velkavrana's heart, just for a moment. Even with its heart stopped, Velkavrana can still regenerate itself. That's why killing it outright is impossible. However, if we can stop Velkavrana's heart for even a second, that might weaken it enough to seal it away. With that said, not even Madame Dronya, the other great witches, or even my past self could pull this off. Everyone thought it was impossible. No different from trying to kill Velkavrana outright. But now I'm convinced it could work, Tracty. You saved the past. And you came back to me. Together, I just know we can do it. Please, Tracty. Please help me save this world again.
Don't have much of a choice. But yeah, as the Velcorana we defeated was not fully matured. But in this timeline, it has fully matured, and they have no means to stop it.
Thank you, Trakti. I knew you would say that. I managed to survive in this world where humanity is nearly wiped out, so I'm very optimistic about our chances. I hope you're prepared, Trakti. I'm so happy you're here to help me. I really can't thank you enough. I know. Let's use this broken caravan as our base of operations. If I'd known I was going to be in this situation, I wouldn't have broken the caravan in the first place. Oh well, let's get to work. Now, this might seem confusing at first, Trakti, so just bear with me while I tell you about my battle plan. This caravan will act as our base as we go forth and conquer this dungeon. I call it Operation Conker Part 2.
Finally, confidently, Mazaluka used her magic to whip up nearby papers and create the sound of a cheering crowd.
Settle down, everyone. Now, I'll start off by explaining a few things. First, I'll tell you where we are. We're actually inside Velcorana itself. Dun 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 dun! Yes, inside the fully matured Velcorana, there exists another labyrinth. A sprawling labyrinth filled with deadly monsters just like the one beneath Refrain, except this one's way more fortified. My allies and I are in the middle of conquering this labyrinth. The other Great Witches have already entered the labyrinth from different entrances. They're distracting the enemies as they make their way toward Velcorana's heart. At least, that's what's supposed to be happening. Since I was able to bring you back, I've just decided we can proceed with Operation Conker and carry out a solo mission. According to Newton's prophecy, the key to defeating Velcorana is you. I think that means we can't stop Velcorana's heart and seal it without your help. At least, that's what I told the other Great Witches. But unfortunately, I couldn't convince everyone. And yet, here you are, ready to help me. That's why I'm calling this Operation Conker Part 2. For this plan, we're not going to look for the heart. Instead, we're going to search this labyrinth for the antechambers. For each one you find, you need to use your power to activate them. You should be able to activate the antechambers, because no one else but you can do this. Now, let's go. I'd like to regroup with the other witches if possible. Particularly the witch who's responsible for this floor, since she's the strongest of the Great Witches. If we can regroup with her, it'll make things a little easier. Also, I need to tell you one last thing. There's a dangerous enemy in here. Someone who you might recognize.
At that moment, a black shadow moves near the caravan, but does not seem to notice it. The Dronya Poppet. The black-robed witch observes her surroundings, then vanishes into the shadows.
What the? Why is she hiding if she could sense him nearby? She's waiting for me to come out. Why, that low-down, dirty, rotten...
1 hour later.
Be strong. I have to be strong.
I can sense her faint magical power, and yet she refuses to show herself. Oh well. Perhaps the foolish little witch requires a call to action. This memento should suffice.
The enemy resembling Dronya casually tossed a human head onto the floor of the labyrinth, a head that Mazaluka recognized.
Spina! No!
Mazaluka looks away.
Foolish witches. You took the bait and wandered willingly into this labyrinth. Your luck ran out the moment you set foot in this place. There is no escape. Accept your fate.
You think you can run your mouth while you wear her face? You think I don't already know this is a one-way trip?
I thought you stronger than this, witch. I thought your comrade's folly would inspire you to action, not cowardice. What a shame.
Be strong, Trakti. Be strong. We can't let her find our base. Besides, she's too powerful.
The journey puppet dissolved the head into ash, then walked away.
If I don't do something, Spina's soul will be overcome with despair.
As Mesaluca takes a deep breath, a glimmering soul takes shape and enters her body.
There. Everything is fine. Everything's gonna be fine now.
Mesaluca takes another deep breath and calms herself.
That's right. I can't let this get to me. There's so much I still need to explain, but we don't have time. I'll have to tell you later. Besides, if Spina was killed, then the other witches don't stand a chance. The enemies here are relentless. Even the ones in the Labyrinth, far from Velkarana's heart, have deadly powers. Even with the power of your brigade, and all the experience you've obtained, that still might not be enough to stop them. But if we work together, you, me, and your brigade, we can do it. Let's do this, Trakti. No, I'm counting on you. You better watch out, Velkarana, because we're gonna conquer this labyrinth.
Welcome to the Labyrinth of Velkarana. Here you must face and conquer a labyrinth that is quite different from the Labyrinth of Refrain. You have access to most of the caravan facilities that you're used to, though some have changed slightly. Since you no longer answer to a witch, the witch report facility is now defunct. Basically, you're on your own now. You can still use the puppet workbench, alchemy pot, market, record memories, and track Chowda's formation like normal. The apprentice note facility will now have unique quests for Mesaluca. You can also use witch petition, but only one petition is available. Connect the antechambers and locate Velkarana's heart. And here we are. So I'm going to go ahead and save. I'm a little concerned about overwriting this particular save. So we'll do this for now. As you can see, we have our brigade formation still. And we got the familiar Velkarana neck. Which has attack, defense, avoid, hit, just a lot of everything. It's a rather good amulet, actually. I didn't really talk too much about the boss fight that we did. I mean, obviously I talked about the main thing, which was making sure we got off the blue stone ability, which we barely did, because both our characters were confused when that happened. Once that went off, though, I don't think there was any chance of me actually losing, because she couldn't really hurt Nidori. So I think we're kind of good to go on that front. Anyway, I'm going to switch this with this. I think that's going to be a good idea. Yeah, this will give her some resistances. She kind of needs them. And then you can have the sturdy fur charm. it doesn't give a void. Okay, in that case, you have Lucas Ribbon, you have to have that. This, Kokuma. You can have it then. That should help you a little bit. Oh, it has minus 128 luck. You know what? I'll just leave it alone. So like I mentioned before, I have not done this part before. Because it sounded like, when I was reading about it, like what you're supposed to do, you have to get all the pages. I think you have to have all the pages just to even get access to this at all. It implied like New Game Plus and stuff, which there is a New Game Plus. I'm fairly certain I did something like that. I think if I had chosen no, it would have let me do New Game Plus. Which can be kind of interesting because a lot of the early game, you don't actually... There was a lot of situations where you couldn't understand what the languages were. But since you carry over all your stuff, you would actually be able to understand them. Still have the Yummy Witch Potofu. New witch position has been added. Duskin Tanis Spoils List. So this is the only new one that's been added. I'll go ahead and learn it because I have the mana for it. Oh, and then we got the Soul Pack 2, a Soul Pack created by Mezzalooka. It strikes a good balance between offense, defense, and supporting roles, and then end everything. Tracty erases the current timeline and the ending will play. Then you can save, clear data, and begin New Game Plus with your current team. Okay, so that's how you do New Game Plus. What is this? Mezzalooka's Pact. So we now have access to the Mezzalooka Pact, which has increased defense, 35% chance to heal 300% max HP after entering critical state. After battle. Okay, so it seems to be pretty tanky. Also, we don't need this Great Sage Pack anymore. We do have this thing. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Coven list real quick. Delayed healing affects the entire brigade. Mezzalooka 3730. Absorb does blunt and mud all enemies. Deal damage and absorb HP with a cataclysmic earthquake. Obfuscate 2 lowers hit chance for the enemy for 4 rounds for the enemy group. That's actually pretty good. Counter fire damage. Automatic escape, and then untested magic 578, an incomplete spell that Mezzalooka is working on. I think I heard rumors about certain packs actually getting different abilities as they level up, but I personally have never experienced it. Anyway, we need access to the Baba pack. I am looking for the... There it is. Swap in the White Rose Pact. Which one's the leader? You are. There you go. You my White Rose. Alright. So we got all that. Market. New products have been added. We now have the Moon Serpent's Blood. Restores 100% max HP, slowly aged to perfection over 3 years. We can whisk you back to base, but you'll lose nearly all of the mana you found. I never realized we could not purchase Witch Bells. And they're super expensive, apparently. Are they really that expensive? Sell them for 6,500. I didn't even realize that. Alright. There's nothing else we need to mess with. We'll go ahead and record memories one more time. I've heard that as far as this dungeon is concerned, it's the beginning that's the rough part. Now, essentially, we're going to be linking all the antechambers. Originally, we were supposed to go, you know, rendezvous with the various witches, but apparently the strongest witch was on this floor, and she's dead now. So, new dungeon's been added. So there you go. So good news is I can actually go back to these previous floors, so that's good, because that would have sucked. A labyrinth within Velcorana, a twisting sprawl of corridors that is nay impossible to navigate. Level 90 minimum rank. There's our chamber. Alright. And supposedly, our great opponent that we have to worry about is Madame Dronya herself. Or at least someone that's wearing her face. I'm gonna go ahead and pop Fog Veil now. Wait, there's something here. Let's see. I dress like an Avianite. That's funny. Okay, so that blue was actually, or that purplish blue was actually mana. The enemies are invisible.
I'll wipe the floor with you.
This could be an FOE. I think this is new battle music, though you guys might not be able to hear it very well. I have the volume kind of low.
Roger. We'll do it together. After you. Go, go! Miss me! Yeah! You're welcome!
Alright, first things first, we actually need to switch our formation back to what we were before, which was Donum Attack. Do that or do... Yeah, I'm gonna do Donum Attack. Alright, so I took some hits there. It should be fine though. This is doable. It's just not pleasant.
So oh yeah! After you! An opening! Let's go! There! Alright! Here I come!
Fortunately, the big issue is
Roger!
these things...
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Here we go! Here we go! After you! Let's go! 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 There! Here I come!
Okay.
Roger! We'll do it together! An opening!
Alright.
But of course.
Not much experience, but some. So I could not see the enemies, so that's something I need to keep in mind. So this place definitely looks very similar to the Troll Caves. So that area probably has the FOEs that on patrol. Dirge Pack. Male only. Increases defense. Male only for the back row. Rugged Man and Rugged Drunkard. 90% chance for attacker to heal 100% after entering critical state. That's interesting. Also has some increased experience gain. Then the available Supercharge raises offensive capabilities. And there's one that does the same thing. But I'm assuming it's stronger. And then there's the counter for blunt damage. I'm gonna go ahead and pop a Vogue Veil. Okay.
Time to fight.
Okay, these are regular enemies.
So stand here, right? Go, go!
Slashing works on these. That did illusion in
We
Abyss,
won!
of all things. And it's worth just about as much as experience. More than likely I'm going to have to do my grinding in a different area. Okay, so that is a patrol right there. That's probably the FOE. Yeah, so that's the FOE. We know that much. Okay, with that in mind, let's increase our attack power for a bit.
The most beautiful. I got you. How's this? What? It's me.
Unfortunately, Startle is not very effective when you're doing it last. We'll do area heal.
We'll do it together. How's this? Yeah, I see. There. What? It's me. Ow! I don't. Yeah, an opening. What? Oh.
Wow, got her too.
All right. Here I come.
How low are you?
There. After you. We'll do it together. Ow!
Alright.
Another successful hunt.
Also, no drops, which is a bit concerning. Anyway, I do have some jitterbugs. I'll bring back at least Kokuma. Keeping the others alive might be a bit more difficult.
I'll wipe the floor with you.
So yeah, the big issue is getting
I don't play.
not being able to see the FOEs. Their pattern is pretty simple, but it's still pretty rough.
Roger. We'll do it together.
And it looks like Nidori can solo these. It takes a while, but she can solo them.
This be after you. Let's go. I'll go too. Shit, what is
Now the problem with her, with Shanghai going down, is the fact that it changes my formation.
An opening. We'll do it together. Let's go. I see. What? Oh. All right.
So now it's all in. Nope, it's pincer now.
So there. An opening. Well fought, everyone. How humiliating!
So more likely after this video, I'll probably go and do some grinding. Get maybe the next soul transfer in. And then level up to around 90 or so.
My curse continues.
Or, well, maybe not 90, because that would take forever. But you know what I mean. Okay, that's a pit. I don't exactly want to fall in it right now, because I don't know what's around here. looks like we've cleared out all the There's someone in here. But I don't think it's an FOE. Anyway, I'd use the term FOE because it's from Etrian Odyssey.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay, that's not too bad.
This there! We'll do it together. After you! Ha!
She got
Here I
3,000
come.
damage.
Break a leg! But of course.
Tons of experience though. And it did drop some stuff.
Alright, let's do this. Almost there! Here we go! Let's go! Swish! Yeah! We make a good swish!
That's it.
Swish!
Nettery is
We
geared
won!
up at this point. Of course, once she changes classes, it might be different.
I'll wipe the floor with you.
I think the enemy ran into me there.
After you! An opening! What? Miss me? Shit! Yeah! Here I come. Take that!
Unfortunately, that hit of 0
We
damage does
win!
remove the buff from dodging.
Time to fight.
A gold bittern. I don't have that I don't have that spell that instantly kills these things.
They block. What? Ow! Miss me? Here we go. Yeah! I'll go too!
But that
On to the
works
next
just
one.
fine. Karma increases by 8. That's one thing I want to check. Okay.
1, 2, 3, go!
Oh,
So after
I
you.
farm here?
What?
Okay, those random stats effects.
Go, go! Audacity. Take that!
Good. So as long as you have blunt
Well
weapons,
fought,
it seems to be
everyone.
possible to do that. Sea salt. I'm pretty sure I've gotten fractal swords before.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, these are iffy riddies.
Almost. Let's go! We'll do it together. After you. Swish. Swish. Miss me. Break. Yeah.
Good gore hit. You please kill that before it does anything, otherwise
This
go
one.
random.
After you. Ha! Oh yeah. Shit. Here I come. Here.
Alright, that debuff really
After you.
did a number.
We'll do it together. What? Oh.
Also, all attack twice. Can I handle it?
An opening.
Oh, now crossbow salvo. I could have used this like several fights ago.
There. We
Alright.
won.
So we're not in the best of shape. I'm gonna go ahead and revive everybody.
Back to normal. My curse continues.
At least now I know what I'm dealing with. I'm gonna go ahead and use the healing I have. But yeah, that did 10,000 damage. That was, I think it was because of the debuff, because she was tanking stuff just fine before that.
Time to fight.
Okay, this again. Alright, piercing doesn't seem to work very well against those things. So we'll do this. And you guys focus on that.
Are we in for? Got it. We'll do it together. After you. Yeah. I don't.
God, that's so much
Direct
damage.
hit. Direct. I don't wish. Yeah. Here I come. Let's go. After you. We'll do it together.
Alright, well,
On to the next one.
almost pulled it off. Alright, let's fall back. So, my goal is to try to get through a fight with everybody alive.
What a pleasant nap.
That might not be possible. But I'm going to try. It just hits so hard.
1, 2, 3, go!
Okay.
So stand. An opening. Let's go. We'll do it together.
Okay. Cash out.
We won.
It'll be enough to at least level a little bit. I mean, we're not that high on experience.
Seems about right. Beauty. I feel. Oh. How'd I get? Oh, this is good.
Font of Power. Yeah, I don't use that. Oh my gosh,
I
there's
will
more.
annihilate you, Roger. We'll do it together. After you. What? What? Miss me? Yeah. Another successful hunt.
Definitely worth some decent experience if you can actually survive the hits, but...
I'll wipe the floor with you.
Kadoki. That is a ton of turns.
This is a fun. An opening. Let's go. What? Miss me? Here we go. Yeah, yeah. Here. Yeah.
Okay, just the gold left.
There. They block. Will You're welcome. Here I come.
There we go.
We win. Seems about right.
Okay, there's a key for this chest.
Enemies approaching.
Okay.
Here we go.
So I got my
An
answer.
opening.
They're not just
After
turns in
you.
here.
Take that! There! But of course. All right. I don't play nice. What? What? Miss me? Ha! Ah! Go, go! All right.
Not
You
too
can
shabby.
praise me now.
Tactical Engineer Pact, I think we have before. This one we might not have already. Flame counter, head family, take damage. Oh yeah, I think we have this one before. Yeah, it seems right. Seems right. Yeah. I recognize the startle ability. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and check this final spot. The witch's crest is worn by humans in service to witches. Blue pendulum. Pendulum made with blue jewels brings sorrow to the witch who holds it. There you go. Just gonna get all the way back. Back to base.
Seems about right.
Faith Master. That helps. Uh, I think Repel is the one we don't need. Karma's Traxia's Karma replaces your luck stat. You know what? That's actually safe for me. When attacked, your defense temporarily increases by 5. Okay, yeah, okay, I understand now. So yeah, I'll drop Repel.
Beauty. I feel... Oh, am I stronger now?
Don't need that one.
Oh. Bout. Still getting stronger.
It's just Tiwi. Get rid of that.
Level up.
After using Defend and Fortify, don't need
How'd I
it.
get still? This is good.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and call this a video, and I may do some off-screen grinding just to kind of get myself ready for what's up ahead. Yeah, it's definitely pretty rough. Those FOEs are... Everything just hits really, really hard is the issue, and I can't reliably kill them with what I have set up right now. My formation is a little messy because some people have done soul transfers recently. So, I am D Depressed Dior, this was Labyrinth, Refrain, Covenant Desk. See you guys later.